Manchester United kick off. Recent results between these two and the history of previous FA Cup meetings, all in favour of them. Liverpool have not won here in any of their last 10 visits. They've lost the last 6 times they've been paired against United in the FA Cup, and that includes the finals of 1977 and 1996 and the semi-finals of 79 and 85. Has been part of those Manchester United successes. Now the key man in Liverpool's midfield with Redknapp alongside him.
I think that's what you'll find. Jamie Redknapp knows that when he gets the ball, Martin, he's going to be put under severe pressure early. Can't allow him to get his head up and pick out passes.
Here's an early run from Ryan Giggs and an early corner for the home side.
Well, that won't do Jamie Carragher any harm. 1-on-1 on Giggs early in the match. Defender was up to it. Now the problem area over recent years, dealing with set pieces.
Beckham's corner. And the goalkeeper came as Yorke went in, back by Butt. Ince gets ahead to it. Stam trying to stop Liverpool coming out, played forward by Gary Neville. Up goes the flag.
Dwight Yorke's asking, I thought he came out a little late. Thought when the ball was played he was in an offside position, you can see that. But when it arrives at him, well, he's not now, that's why he's asking, but he was offside when the ball was played. Right decision.
Giggs. Complete miskick by Cole. Got it forward, looking for Fowler. In steps Berger. A bit of half and puff away from the ball between Berger and Beckham.
Well, it's going to be a test for even the great players today. Certainly early on, because they're not going to be allowed to get the ball down easy.
But Redknapp's got the ball here. He's got Hegem raiding down the right. Fowler and Owen looking at each other's position in the centre. It's Owen! Fantastic start for Liverpool. Michael Owen!
Well, would you believe it? We talk about the pace and ability on the ground, but you didn't expect Michael Owen to get in cheaply for a header. Robbie Fowler drags Henning Berg away to the near post, beside Stam. And then from there, Gary Neville's a little flat-footed for me. He kind of standing there, he doesn't go to Owen early enough. And when it comes across, it's a brilliant ball from Hegem. He took his time, delivered it into an area that said, if you want a goal, go and get it. And young Michael Owen wasn't waiting around.
Well, Old Trafford rocking at the moment to the sound of the Mersey beat.
Well, often these games are determined how good or bad they are, Martin, by whether you get a goal early in them.
Number 18 of the season for Michael Owen. The combined tally of the two front men for Liverpool now equals the total for Manchester United, who look even more closely at Messrs Cole and Yorke. But it was noticeable, Andy, as Hegem looked for the cross, how Fowler and Owen just sorted out their own positioning together. It's been said that they're maybe a little bit too alike, but they complemented each other positionally to perfection, and Liverpool have the lead.
No, they're not alike. They're great goal scorers. That's about all they are in alike. I think Robbie's definitely a penalty box footballer, and Michael's probably enjoys playing more outside it, although he's great goal scorers. But yeah, one went front, one went back. You can't ask for better positioning than that when a cross is coming over.
Björneby. Owen setting off, a problem for Stam. And Owen, who of course scored here on Good Friday in a league match and then was sent off for 2 offences. The same referee today, incidentally, Graham Poll. And Owen would hope not for the same circumstances. So his first booking from Graham Poll in that previous match was with a joust with Schmeichel, and the two came very close to each other a moment ago here. Well, we've talked about Manchester United's goal power, but over the course of this season there have been opportunities to mention that shutting out the opposition, which has so often been a strength for them, hasn't really been effective this season. And the defences breached inside 2.5 minutes. Gerard Houllier maybe trying to follow in the footsteps of his friend and fellow Frenchman Arsène Wenger in steering a side to success in the FA Cup. A long way to go in an epic fourth-round matchup that has begun in a way to live up to all the talk over the past few days. In fact, ever since the draw was made. Harkness. Here's Berger. Manchester United tentative in defence again. And Stam just stops Berger sliding it through for Owen. The relayed Manchester United pitch is soft underfoot.
I had a word with the groundsman actually when I arrived, Mark. I said, how is it? I said, well, let me just say it's in pretty good nick, Andy. A lot better than it was. I think when they played Blackburn, was it here? Terrible state, and I think it looks okay. Any player out there can complain about the surface to play on.
Neville back in the team today. Berg, who's kept his place. Defensive header by Hegem, trying to roll it towards Giggs.
Interesting, Mark, is how Liverpool go about it now. You remember recently against Arsenal, went, snuffed the game, needed a poor game, really defended deep, a lot of numbers behind the ball. That was at 0-0. They have a 1-0 lead here. It might be that they get people behind the ball now, concede it, and really say, go on then, try and break us down, and we'll rely on our front two to pinch us another if they can, if you overstretch.
And here's a chance for United to examine Liverpool's defensive capabilities from a free kick that's got both Beckham and Giggs eyeing up the angles.
Well, it's a hitting range for me.
Suggestion there of a strong call from David Jones.
That was a decent ball in. Choice of left or right here was decided to do, and only Stam going in, absolutely no one going in determined enough behind them.
Pull back for an awkward challenge by Fowler on Henning Berg. Key. Owen. It's giving it and going, but Owen looking more centrally. Certainly Liverpool got that draw at Highbury by adopting a much better defensive policy as a unit, but Arsène Wenger said afterwards that Gerard Houllier was working to a philosophy more of an Italian nature than a French nature. And whether that type of approach will be Liverpool's first reaction here, but they're getting plenty of joy from their own football, but also from some rather nervous play in their own half by Manchester United.
Well, it would have rocked them the goal, there's no doubt about that. Manchester United. There's a long way to go. You're better going 1-0 down in 2.5 minutes than with 2.5 minutes to go. That's for sure.
Stam. Beckham really pressing up here and getting beyond Björnebæk and keeping the ball in play. And if he was looking for someone to make a move near post, he was disappointed.
That was a good opportunity, but it was a poor ball really from David Beckham. But better quality than that. Took the ball from Stam. They've tried it once before, Nicky Butt. Beckham drifted offside. That time the flag stayed down.
This is Cole. David James, who rather owed his recall in Liverpool's goal to Brad Friedel's poor performance here in the league match between these two sides back in September. United won that 2-0 with a penalty and a late goal from Paul Scholes, who's amongst the Manchester substitutes today. Closing down Gary Neville, who just expected a bit more movement ahead of him, and gestured that message to Beckham. Yorke. Owen's cross doesn't get very far. Able to prod at it by Redknapp. Owen. Going to be up above Beckham. Nicely played by Keane. Chance for Gary Neville to cross. And a chance for David James to use his considerable height and reach.
It's catching practice. But that's the areas where they exploited West Ham and Middlesbrough, Martin, very well. Wide areas where they pushed both wing-backs back, and the full-backs really did get the ball in advanced areas. It's the first time it's happened today.
And the ball dropped over Hegum. Giggs trying to fire it across the face. Owen on the gallop.
Well, it's an early goal. It's Michael Owen, but the ball in is beautiful. You see Stam at the near post. Berg's been dragged across. Neville knows he's too late. Wasn't an easy header for the young lad. He's got to get up. It's a little behind him, but it's a beautifully guided header into the corner.
Fowler to Björneby. Free kick to Liverpool.
Well, they ain't rushing to throw centre-backs forward here, Liverpool, Martin. They're keeping all three back, relying on the others.
Redknapp with the free kick, and Schmeichel unchallenged. Trademark throw from him. The referee doing well to get out of the way of Yorke's pass to Giggs. He lost his balance in the process. And a little bit of his dignity momentarily. And he's back on his feet to give Manchester United the free kick, and also to react here to some dissenting words from Harkness.
Well, there's going to be a few of those. I think the referee's going to have to accept that. In a game like this, with so much at stake, two giants in the game, any decision given against certain players is going to get a bit of verbal, Graham Paul.
Beckham's free kick. Just too high for Stam. He scored his first United goal on that romp at Filbert Street last weekend. Bit of leaning on by Berg. Quick free kick from Liverpool. And Hegum obviously encouraged by his part in Liverpool's goal.
That was as good as any, actually, I think, Martin. He's impressed me since he arrived at Liverpool and his ability to play there. I just wonder in the future if Gerard Houllier gets his way, which has always been a back four man. He's playing this way because he feels that the players suit that way, but I know he does like four. With Hegum fit ideally in as a right back, we'll wait and see that. But as a wing back, he's absolutely perfect for it.
He certainly could play wide right of the four in midfield, which is something he did in his career in Norway. And here's Robbie Fowler, very much a striker by trade. Hagen does well. Fowler's flick. Free kick taken, but with a moving ball. Just put the brakes on when Manchester United wanted to increase the tempo and catch maybe Hagen too far forward. Well, since the start of the Premiership, Liverpool have usually played well here, but not won. Of course, I'm sure they would have settled for a draw before this game started if that had been an option. Not too many draws in the fourth round matches played yesterday. It's Redknapp linking up with Fowler. Bjornaby on the move down the left-hand side, not with real gusto. Liverpool retain possession. Redknapp. Ince, who had 6 splendid years with Manchester United.
He's important today, even more so now, Paul Ince, Martin, because of all the midfield players. He's the one that will give the defensive unit the most protection.
Got 2 FA Cup winners' medals from his time at Old Trafford. Still the memories of that 1996 final between these two clubs pretty fresh. The culmination of what Eric Cantona called his perfect story.
Not what Roy Evans called it when he was watching it earlier.
The corner flag keeping the ball in play. Hagen did likewise, although a lot of hostile reaction to the game being allowed to go on from United fans on that far side. Bjornaby crossing, the flag's gone up now.
That was a chance for Bjornaby. I just think Fowler and Owen got a little bit excited in the centre. They needed to hold the position just a touch more. I think Robbie's saying it should have gone earlier. As he got in, look, Fowler centre, he wanted it, he took an extra touch, but when you've got 20 yards to play the ball into, 20 yards to run into, and you've got the pace of those two, you really don't need to be going in too early. Just needed to hold the positions a bit.
Owen checking back with Irwin. Yorke, fine tackle by Harkness. Fowler. Redknapp. Higgins there on the right, but he looked the other way, and Beckham anticipated Redknapp's move. Martio's header collected though by Giggs. Martio, like Harkness, is very left-footed. Wanted to take an extra touch on the right. There wasn't time for that. Oh, it's more elusive running from Vegard Hagen. And he's brought down, he left Giggs, gave Giggs a taste of his own medicine really, and others had to try and block the path.
Well, Giggs is just having a word with Dennis Irwin, not happy. I don't know whether he was happy with the delivery of the ball. The two of them have just been having a little word or two. Well, that should be the central defenders, that kind of ball.
Alert to Fowler's ploy then. Yorke. Well, Manchester United were a goal down in the third round here to Middlesbrough and sorted it out late on. It's the same challenge for them today. He's involved in a crucial moment in that recovery.
Wide, got the delivery, but that's where they exploited really well, because Liverpool have 3 narrow in midfield. If they can transfer it in 1 or 2 passes like that, then when Giggs is taking Higham back, Dennis Irwin can walk into acres. And he needs to provide a better ball than the one he did.
We shouldn't forget that Liverpool are on a great run. 5 wins and that draw at Arsenal in the midst of those successes. In the last 6 games, that's great productivity, and here they are. And Michael Owen, goal to the good with 20 minutes played in the 4th round of the AXA-sponsored FA Cup. Beckham. Good movement from Dwight Yorke. Neville's pass, Beckham's cross, can't get it beyond the head of Harkness. Yorke with some space again. And James got to it, headed back by Keane. Oh. Everyone looks at the assistant on this near side, there's no flag, and Liverpool within a whisker of losing their lead.
I think this is a great decision. This is a brilliant ball in from Yorke, and Roy Keane just didn't give it up. Now that it's not gone in, it strikes that post, strikes Paul Ince, hasn't crossed the line. I think that's quite clear even from that angle. And the linesman was right on the corner flag. Oh, they needed a little bit of luck there, Liverpool, and they had it.
Took too long. Giggs. Ince able to intercept. Schmeichel has to come out. It's not the most confident kick.
Yeah, he did well though. Schmeichel, I know all about Owen's pace, man. Well, that's the first booking of the match.
But
I always think that's balmy. You know, they've done ever so well, Liverpool. They're 1 up, they're playing well. They're 20 minutes into the game. Nicky Butt's going nowhere. He's going to have trouble keeping this in play. So you just stay on your ground, stay on your feet. And what does Dominic Matteo do? He makes it difficult because you can bet that he's going to be tested in the next 70-odd minutes with Yorke and Cole twisting and turning him, and he can't afford another mistake.
deep ball from Giggs. Keane trying to keep it alive and can't do that. Really is a deep rivalry between the sets of supporters of these two clubs. Manchester United fans had so many years when Liverpool were top dog in the 70s and 80s. It was often the FA Cup that gave them maybe their only chance to float in the direction of Anfield. 26 years when Manchester United couldn't win the title between 67 and 93. Liverpool won it 11 times. So you can imagine that Manchester United followers are enjoying the 90s. Encouraging Gunnar to get on with the taking of the free kick, sensing a little bit of time wasting there, the referee. Owen. Yorke dropping deep. Haven't been able to put together any sort of move to get Andy Cole into that position really at the sharp end of things. The ball towards him, that's easily cut off by Harkness there. Berger.
Starting positions, Martin, they're deep, and that's what they're not allowing Cole to run in. They've actually did ever so well. 25 minutes of this match gone, and I think Gerard Houllier will be delighted with the little impact that United's front two have had in the game so far. Such the quality of the four we've talked about is it only takes a second.
Ferguson predicting goals. He said there'll be 3 minimum. He'd certainly take 2-1 at the moment.
Well, they won't want them scoring another, will they?
Keane comes off for Ince. Redknapp able to just get there and give Liverpool a bit more insurance in midfield. Jamie Redknapp, as a youngster, was at the Bournemouth ground when his father Bournemouth team, not Manchester United, out of the FA Cup. There was a time in the 80s when United quite regularly went out of the competition on this ground. The likes of Tottenham and West Ham and Coventry and Nottingham Forest all won here in that decade in the FA Cup. But taking a chance there against Berger, and it's put to Manchester United in a spot of bother. Liverpool can't switch it forward too quickly. Fowler. Right under the nose of Graham Poll. He keeps walking away, but he's going to be called back.
Yeah, looks to turn quickly, Robbie Fowler. This comes in a little late. Well, go to ground.
Fair chance for Butt. Ince wanting Keane and Yorke back further, but Redknapp decides to hit it.
Well, I was not surprised. I actually thought that up the other end, when Giggs and Beckham were the same sort of distance, they would hit it. They didn't. But Jamie Redknapp certainly fancied this. And the goalkeeper loses his footing just a bit. You just see him slip there. But the ball just started to bend away from that post.
Schmeichel has kicked it straight to Fowler. Well, shades of Barnsley here last season. And of course, it ended with Manchester United going out to the Yorkshire club in a 5th round replay.
Well, they've risked it a couple of times, Manchester United. 2 or 3 times now they've played the ball in their own half. It's been intercepted.
Oh, they showed too much of it to Carragher. Two involved again. Cole gets in a cross. Scored away by Matteo. Andy, you mentioned quite correctly the back three for Liverpool, not full internationals, but Dominic Matteo has been called into the senior England squad on a number of occasions. Jamie Carragher seems destined for that sort of level. Matteo's been particularly unlucky. Invariably, he's been injured each time the call-up has come. Keane. Trying to get it back to him. It's Matteo, who's been more spectator than player for Liverpool this season. He was vigilant then. Redknapp. That's a super turn to lose Beckham. Ince taking it on. And Butt's got to be careful. And Paul just telling to Paul Ince they've allowed the advantage. He'll have a word with Butt when the play is eventually stopped. And it's Beckham finding Giggs. A little stumble from Cole, but he gets there. Neville could have crossed it first time. Just gesturing that he might have had a call to tell him to do that from a teammate.
The weight on the pass told him to do that, Mark. It was there to be played first time.
Irwin. Back with Butt. Neville waiting on the right. Butt has a shot. It bounces away off Patrick Berger. Manchester United trying to get some momentum going here. Michael Owen defending from the front. As Liverpool recognise the danger of allowing that to happen. And Fowler almost threading it through for Owen to hit on the break. Yorke. Here's Giggs. Just got a yard on Carragher. Can Cole reach this? No.
Almost though, it's the first time really that United have put a little bit of movement together. Yorke dropping deep. And this time Giggs makes a brilliant run. He just can't wrap his foot around the ball. But look at the back post coming in. Cole and Yorke had he been able to pull it back another 5 or 6 yards. But that's the first time that the Liverpool back three have looked uneasy. And that with half an hour gone in the game.
Giggs, who's been playing well on the right-hand side in recent games for Manchester United. If you missed the earlier news, Jesper Blomqvist ill and not able to take part today. He would have played. Yorke. And look at Berger battling back.
That's what he's added to his game this season for me. That was a brilliant turn from Dwight Yorke. Just starting to have an effect on the game. Great tracking back.
A schoolmasterly air, Gerard Houllier, but a schoolmaster's sense of discipline as well. Hegem, Fowler, Manchester United players around him. Hegem making a challenge, ball breaking off Keane, Manchester United's way. Good work by Yorke, and Liverpool haven't got anyone tracking back with Ryan Giggs. Cole calling for a quick cross. It reaches Andy Cole. He's got time to get it down. There wasn't too much support in the centre. They've got a corner. There'll be more arriving now.
Well, that was Dwight Yorke. That was absolutely sensational football from him. Not only his control and keeping it, but the way he turned and spotted Giggs. It was a magnificent crossfield ball. And yet again, it's the delivery that lets Ryan Giggs down. That really didn't give Andy Cole a good opportunity to score.
Henning Berg.
I think that's a chance. People might say just because the header, but Berg gets in here. It's a free header, it's a clear header. He just doesn't get over it and get it down. But this is the one earlier where Roy Keane keeps it in, comes back off the post, and then comes Paul Ince, hits him. You see, it's not over. Well, you need a bit of luck sometimes in a cup tie. Could easily have hit Ince and gone over the line. Good decision from the linesman.
David Babski. Owen. Redknapp. Supporting. Redknapp. Owen. Now. He takes the shot early.
Well, I'd like to say the goalkeeper knew where that was going. He does dive for it, but it almost to me as if he pulls his hands away from it. Almost like a batsman. The ball's there and he stretches for it and then the hands come away. I think he's confident of his angles. The goalkeeper there.
Ryan's goal. Inside 2.5 minutes. Still the difference between the two sides. The referee gave himself a bit of thinking time there and gave Manchester United the free kick. Taken by Beckham. Stan is the target. Beckham coming in again. Keane. Decision is a goal kick.
Well, he won two big headers there, Jamie Carragher. Balls twice tossed in at his area.
Well, there's more football from the fourth round of the AXA-sponsored FA Cup on Monday night. Oxford United against Chelsea, Sky Sports 2. And then it's the Worthington Cup semi-finals we turn our attentions to on Tuesday. Sunderland against Leicester from the Stadium of Light. Again, Sky Sports 2, Tuesday, 7:30. Again, the referee looking at the watch to let Liverpool know they're going to spend too much time wasting, and I just wonder whether there's an indication of Liverpool under pressure. A long time to hold the lead at Old Trafford.
Well, it is, but I mean, I honestly think they've got the players there that, and I think if you were defending continuously, Martin, for 87 minutes, then yes, I would agree with you. But I think they've got enough about them, Liverpool, to get plenty of possession themselves, and they've got players that can keep the ball and just relieve the pressure occasionally. I mean, there's no surprise that it's heavily in Manchester United's favour, but, you know, with Redknapp and Berger, people like that on the field, you do imagine they can keep possession of it.
That's Fowler! What an imaginative try.
Well, there's no one in the ground. There's 55,000 of us and 21 players expected that. The only one that thought anything about this was Fowler himself. What a magnificent effort. 2 foot lower. Peter Schmeichel can do nothing except pick it out the net.
Yorke. That's an important piece of work by Carragher. Anticipated the direction that Ferguson understood a ball off towards Matteo, unchallenged. Similarly, Fowler. Redknapp. Governor in that attack. Berger.
Now, this is what I mean, Martin, about having possession themselves. They're not continually defending Liverpool. They're good enough to go and ask a few questions of their own.
Eventually it breaks down off Michael Owen.
I think he'll be delighted, the Frenchman. Absolutely delighted with this opening, 38 minutes of this match.
Foreign coaches of the FA Cup these days. Of course, we mentioned Arsene Wenger earlier, successful with Arsenal. Gerard Houllier before him with Chelsea. And then a whole series of Scotsmen, Andy, you'd like me to mention, managing FA Cup winning teams.
Too many, Martin. We haven't got time.
This is Dalglish and Souness with Liverpool, of course. So nothing of Mr. Ferguson's contributions in that respect. Here's Gary Neville. But trying to get it into the feet of Andy Cole. Deflected by Redknapp. Liverpool haven't dealt with the danger totally as yet. Keane's turn and clever pass for Butt. And Ince recognising at the last moment that Matteo was winding up on his stronger left side to whack that one away. Down the space for Owen. Not sure how you would describe that challenge by Hagen. Definitely unfair. A lean-on foul on Giggs.
The three uncapped players so far, Martin, have really defended well. Carragher, Matteo and Hartness. Particularly when it's been edge of box and inside the 18-yard box.
Yorke. He's dullied too long. Fowler on the prowl. Owen is quite happy happy to work into wider positions. First target for Liverpool here to get to half-time. So this could be a big 5 minutes in the match. Owen, Giggs, in behind Hegan, Carragher goes across. And blocks with what? It's a corner, says the referee.
Well, I think it's probably off the arm of Jamie Carragher, but he's only a yard away from Ryan Giggs. So they've asked the question. His arms are at his side here. No, I don't think he can do too much about that. I think that's a proper decision from Graham Paul.
4 minutes plus stoppage time to half-time. Manchester United a goal down. David James doesn't deal with the corner, but goalkeeper back on his feet. Beckham. He's just happy to get it away, and he hasn't moved out too far. And that's minimal accuracy with passing, deserting him none.
He was wanting somebody to show Roy Keane, and Andy Cole was reluctant just to pull a few yards and offer himself.
Taken away by Gary Neville. Be relieved that it didn't run for Robbie Fowler. Stab, epitomising the urgency that Manchester United feel in this situation. Wide on the right for Keane. And not very quickly up on the left, so Butt takes the responsibility. Neville. Keane shrugging Harkness aside. Anywhere will do for Ince.
Well, they're capped at the moment. They just can't get the ball Liverpool and get out. Oh, that's given away.
Owen.
Oh, it can't come back across.
Keane sweeping it on to Gary Neville. So many players back for Liverpool. Actually, the entire team. Beckham's cross should be the goalkeeper's ball, and is.
Well, that's all hands to the pump. I looked as Beckham crossed that, Martin. And the furthest player forward in the white shirt of Liverpool was Robbie Fowler, and he was 35 yards from goal. So they know that half-time is approaching. They're determined to see this out, get in, steady a few things, fix a few things. Well, there's not an awful lot wrong with their performance.
Lovely elusive running from Ryan Giggs for Manchester United. Two of his colleagues waiting in the centre. Owen. And takes two of them out, so two going in at the far post, Beckham and Yorke.
That's probably been the most disappointing aspect of United's game. Alex Ferguson will have noted that. Got good options, three of them in there, strung along the 6-yard box, but the final ball in hasn't really been up to the standard you expect from players like this.
So many of them, of course, previous FA Cup winners. Plenty of Liverpool who remember the pain of losing Wembley to United in '96, although not too many in the team today. Robbie Fowler is one. That's Michael Owen's goal. And the clearance off the line. The significant moments really in this first half. Ferguson, one of only 4 managers to have been in charge of 3 FA Cup winning teams. He's got his place in the history of this competition.
I just fancy a bit more.
That doesn't stop the winter battle burning in the eyes, the talk of the treble in the local papers up here over the past few days, referring to the Premiership and of course the Champions League or the European Cup in old money, and this the FA Cup. Redknapp. Berg overcooked it then, and well, that could have had catastrophic consequences. Berger's shot, Schmeichel very angry with the defending in front of him, with plenty of justification.
Well, there's a great little example to young players. You get a chance to put your foot through the ball and clear it, then you do that. Henning Berg could easily have cleared it, he didn't, and had it not been for the agility of the goalkeeper, they might be 2-0 down. That was a wonderful save from such close range.
Berger's corner, that was Ince, who's arguably one of the better headers of the ball in this Liverpool lineup. Not blessed with too many big men with great aerial excellence. This is Yorke, and now Andy Cole. Late in the first half, can Manchester United find a way to an equaliser? Not like that. Redknapp can pick a pass out. Fowler dropping deep to make himself available. Owen on the move, but given offside.
Well, he scored away at Aston Villa earlier in the season, Paul Ince, and he almost did it again. Yep, Stam wouldn't have been happy with his marking. He was responsible.
He scored in the third round at Port Vale with a header. And now he is heading the ball again. And he would love to be a winner in this contest. And Michael Owen giving Liverpool a threat in attack again. Fowler, Berg is the defender, and he did well that time.
What a big tackle.
Hegem. Graham Poll looks at his watch and ends the first half of the tie of the round in the fourth round of the FA Cup, and what a beginning it had with Hegem with a beautiful cross. Michael Owen angling in the only goal of the first half. Roy Keane so nearly equalised with his header hitting the post and then hitting Ince on the line. But at half-time at Old Trafford, it's Manchester United 0, Liverpool 1. Second half underway at Old Trafford. Getting the better of Giggs in the air. Giggs getting the better of Hegem on the ground. And Carragher spotted the danger signs quickly. Beckham. Manchester United looking for a better quality of ball into the penalty area, but it's not easy. Liverpool are getting as many men back as possible.
But that was a better ball out. Lovely fed in from Gary Neville onto the chest of Yorke. Just didn't control it.
Berger. Very hard for the team, but that's been typical of Liverpool. Berger again, trying to link up with Fowler. Certainly an atmosphere worthy of the occasion. And Manchester United getting the sort of backing that they need in these circumstances. Beckham. Well, Yorke got in front of Matteo.
Given an interesting decision that, Martin. Dwight Yorke been able to rise and take it on his chest. Matthew certainly went in at the back of him.
Two questions asked of Graham Poll, more by the players than the fans that time.
Well, it's fed in. They're looking to feed it into Dwight Yorke's chest, and well, it's just a little nudge, but you can imagine had Yorke been able to pushing it on the chest, and Matthew made the same committed challenge, what Graham Poll would have thought about it. A pretty easy game for the referee, I have to say, Martin. You know, we talk about passion, commitment, but Graham Poll has just kept it going, let the players get on with it. He's not had many tackles. He's won, I think, 12 free kicks in the first half.
But Cole, out comes the goalkeeper out of his area, and David James did the necessary for Liverpool.
Oh, well done, the goalkeeper.
Keane. This is Owen. Giggs. Carragher in the way. But the worry for Manchester United, the turbocharged pace of Michael Owen on the break, and he's got Fowler. They need to switch the point of attack here to Hegem, but he's asked too much of him.
There's a first real chance Andy Cole had, Martin, of getting in at the back of the Liverpool trio of defenders. He could only have been inches away from just getting a touch on it past the goalkeeper.
And there's Cole in the wider position. Keane. Back go Liverpool, forward come Manchester United. It may well be the shape of much of the second half. Yorke. This one-footing butt, and it's Redknapp. Got to keep Manchester United occupied, you feel, Liverpool, in this half of the pitch. And prepared to take on Jaap Stam. And stops him getting past. Help arise for Liverpool from Hegem. Oh, that was late by Stam on Owen. I think the referee guided by the flag from his assistant, and I'm not sure that he picked it up straight away.
Well, I'd be surprised if he books on the reason you've stated, because I didn't think Graham Poll gave this as a free kick. The linesman did. But Stam waited and waited, and you see Owen suck him in. And it's only his agility, really, that gets him out the way of the tackle. That's a booking, I would have said, in most languages.
Well, Paul Ince, I think, arguing that point with the referee.
And I just think the referee didn't see it.
So Berger's free kick. And so often when you put the ball in Schmeichel's hands, there's a risk of being caught out at the other end. Couldn't quite get it to Dwight Yorke's run. But here is Yorke now with the ball at his feet. Beckham. Giggs so close to the goal, and really so close to an equaliser.
Oh, Jamie Redknapp did well, Martin, to be that far back and do enough to put Giggs off. Ryan Giggs is saying he was fouled here, but this is the best ball that David Beckham's put in. Redknapp just eased Giggs.
Over Stam, he wants the goalkeeper to get there, and Schmeichel does.
And that was a much better ball, and that's the threat that Owen Hart poses, but at the other end, that's better from Beckham. It's the best ball he's played in.
Good header by Cole. Up in the air by Matteo. Carragher trying to make it his, but it comes off Cole's head. Then Carragher. Ince trying to help out. He's missed it. Nicky Butt is there. Desperate defending from Liverpool. Giggs. Scene really being set here for the second half with the home side a goal down.
Great, 15, 40 minutes, I would say here. United have got to push forward. That major threat of Michael Owen, space at the other end, crowd noise is rising.
Welcome with the free kick. It was Keane coming in round the back, but claiming a corner that is not going to be given.
Well, Henningberg, really, I can't believe he hasn't called to Roy Keane. You know, you talk about players getting in good positions, Martin. This is a decent ball in, but watch Henningberg. Look at him, totally free at the back. He's got to call to Roy Keane to leave it. He's better positioned to knock it back across. Roy Keane was always struggling, it was always a little bit high.
Well, he might have struggled to make himself heard, noise levels that we haven't heard so often at Old Trafford in the recent past. And of course Liverpool attacking the goal in the second half, behind which the majority of their supporters are gathered. Could heighten the atmosphere even more. But Gary Neville will be first to this. Wanting a better angle for his cross. Fowler trying to stop that. Partially away by Harkness. Wentz coming out to challenge with Butt. And rather confused by the presence of Owen. Giggs. Lovely dummy by Yorke. Liverpool finding it hard to get out, but they've got a chance to do that now with Owen.
Well, this is what Roy Evans talked about, his fear. He didn't want Liverpool backing off and conceding total possession and having to defend for 45 minutes. At the start of the second half, that's what's happening. Liverpool can't get enough possession.
Tidied up by David James. Very similar to what happened in the second half at Highbury. They saw it through in the Premiership to keep their clean sheet. Berger. Fowler lets it run. Owen's got Hegem with him, but he doesn't look for him. Fowler!
What a run from Owen. What a run. Absolutely stunning. Two players and bobs and waves and changes direction. It's a beautiful little layoff, and it's only there to hit. You know, as Robbie Fowler, it arrives, you take your foot, you swing. If you get lucky, it's just going to bend a little bit and go in. If you don't, you hit it straight and it's a foot wide. But that's the threat. That's why United can't just throw men forward recklessly and leave it open at the back, because they have two super strikers and Owen and Fowler to cope with.
And Patrick Berger made the extra man in that move. He is trying to stop United pressing on the far side. It's Keane. Needs better radar there.
No, he's not a man to rush into making changes, Alex Ferguson, Martin, but 1-0 down. And I honestly think, looking at Andy Cole, has been a little flat for me today. He's not really been able to get into the game. And I just wonder, you look at Solskjaer and his record at coming off the bench and getting important goals. I just wonder how long it will be before the Manchester United manager might think about making a change.
There's also a certain Paul Scholes there as well.
Of course there is.
There'll be more trouble for Manchester United here. This is Berger. Not really decisive. Touch from Giggs. Contribution, a cool one from Keane. Good movement by Cole. Passing it well from deep. United here. It's a move of some quality. Dwight Yorke. Really getting to the heart of the matter, and that's where they haven't been able to get it right in the final third.
It wasn't a great ball from Dwight Yorke. It was a ball that needed to be played along the ground. He got it airborne, and it really made it difficult for Giggs to control it.
Keane trying to call the tune here. This gets an effective foot in for Liverpool. They've got a players supporting the man in possession and a bit of interpassing in the centre circle. And it's a bit short for Owen from Fowler. Been booked, as probably should have been. That would have been his 5th of the season in the suspension. He's been spared that. There's a thing or two about suspension. And he's gone to ground, a bit of a hand-off by Stam. Paul thinks that's all the fun of the fair.
I think he thinks Paulin's made a meal of it. It was certainly Gina-like when he went to ground, but he certainly was handed off as well.
The debate not yet over, but the game goes on. Beckham with plenty of space. So to Irwin, and he's been able to just kill that. A decent position for a cross as Manchester United try to find the key to unlock this Liverpool door. Giggs. Beckham. A chance for someone to run around the outside. Beckham doing that to recognise where the space was. Beyond got across. And United's attempts at progress there are aborted. Stam. Oh, that's great work from Giggs. Redknapp doubling up to help out Hegem.
I tell you, they've been impressive. They've been resilient today. Liverpool, and one player's been beaten and one of their mates, that case Jamie Redknapp, getting back round, helping Hegem, who Giggs just left for dead with a drop of the shoulder. And the feature of their game today, the defending in particular, Liverpool's.
Berg. Beckham not aware of the position of Giggs. Irwin. Giggs fed by Yorke. Keen shot! There's another of those moments, an if-only moment for Manchester United.
Well, I can just tell us it's Liverpool's day, I wonder. This could easily have left David James helpless. Big deflection on the Keane shot. 6 inches more, less, and it's in.
Another United corner. Berger. Keane's a bit fortunate he made no contact with Berger then. He did apologise to the referee for the rashness of the lunge. Hegem. Still Vegard Hegem, who set up the only goal of the game so far. And Liverpool have led for very nearly an hour at Old Trafford. But should be the defender's ball. The defender is Matteo, and Yorke was jumping in a little.
Yeah, just backing in.
It's a boot problem for Robbie Fowler. Liverpool fans were concerned. He is off the pitch, and to get this pit stop moving forward as quickly as possible. But has to come up with something for Manchester United in this time of need for them in the FA Cup. Beckham, and it's Dwight Yorke. Can he set himself for a shot? He could, and James hung on to it.
Yeah, they just did enough. Little block on it as well, took the sting out the shot. He had to wait a couple of times for it to bounce, Dwight Yorke. Goalkeeper's in a pretty good position.
Fowler is back on. Pressing by Ince, forcing Keane back. Taking a toll on the clock.
Well, you have to admire the way Liverpool have worked defensively, particularly Owen and Fowler. An awful lot of talk about the goals, but they've really worked hard to help the defence.
Fowler wasn't trying to jump, and that's why the free kick has gone to Manchester United. Keane. Certain amount of patience required from the home players, but it's a penetration that they're looking for from their play. And all the while there's that threat that Liverpool offer on the break. With Owen all on his own, that won't worry him, but it didn't worry Henning Berg either. Keane out of your picture, calling for more from the front men, a bit more movement, some way to try and find just a little glimmer of a gap that might find the goal to keep United in the competition. And it could come here with Cole. Giggs. It's Mattio's head. Got to it for Liverpool. Keane. Giggs, and who's back there? Robbie Fowler. That's lovely footwork from Fowler. He's got Stan to try and take on. Stan moves into overdrive. And again, can't Liverpool regroup. Pressure has come from Manchester United, but there's been very little signs of panic from Liverpool at the back. Remember the defensive changes. Staunton's been injured for a couple of weeks. He would have played. Phil Babb out, suspended. Owen. And Keane. Gary Neville given the invitation to cross it in. Giggs coming more central. That can reach it twice. And they're just getting in front of Stam and gives Liverpool a bit more time. It was a crafty pass, a bit too crafty for Redknapp, and Buck got there. Keane. It's Andy Cole, a deflection. Well, David James extending himself to get back.
I'm not so sure he got there. I think it was over the bar. I think the deflection takes it over. The chance for Cole, the deflection's there, it's dropping in, just drops over the bar. I don't know if it would have been under, whether David James would have got back.
Neville. Natsberg when it's off target, and
that's a chance for me again. Andy Cole gets in his way, but it's a free header. But the earlier chance from Andy Cole. Again, it's a pretty good block, you know, from Jamie Carragher. Goalkeeper probably is back if it's on target. Do him a disservice. But when it comes back and in, I mean, Henning Berg really, you just get, look at him. Andy Cole basically upsetting Berg. Again, Liverpool really are defending well.
Mistake by Ince. And it's Yorke's pass to Beckham, who bears down on goal here, but those sort of opportunities in these sort of circumstances, more has to be made of them if Manchester United are going to stay in the FA Cup.
Well, it's been that kind of day so far. Bjornaby as a wing-back was way forward and they lose it. And that means that you can see Bjornaby trying to get back in. It's on the half volley. He's a better player than that, we know that. Anything's got to go across goal. Test the goalkeeper, give his strikers a chance.
Keane knocks it forward. Just bounced up awkwardly for Carragher, but he solved his dilemma. Hooking it over his shoulder to relative safety. Redknapp. And Roy Keane, reckless. And he's tried hard to curb that side of his nature this season. He's suffered so much from that long-term absence. He doesn't want to miss matches through suspensions. And when you get out of the Manchester United side at the moment, it's tough to get back, even if you're Roy Keane.
Well, I wondered how long he'd wait. Alex Ferguson, halfway through the second half, the answer. Scholes with an eye for a goal. And Nicky Butt is the one who's sacrificed.
Well, Scholes, who scored the clincher in that 2-0 win in the league here in September against Liverpool after Dennis Irwin's penalty relatively early in the match. And that yellow card does mean a one-game ban for Roy Keane. Scholes, who's been a bit out of sorts with his health and has had something of a rest. Keane's pass. Oh!
Well, that's it for me. I think we can all go home now.
Dominic Matteo fired it unwittingly straight at his own goalkeeper.
It's a magnificent ball, both to Neville and across the goal. Yeah, when you smash it as hard as that, and it goes straight down your keeper's throat, well, you might just begin to think. Well, Evans talked about not having a lot of luck here, and he's certainly using up huge chunks of it in the second half.
And there's still more than 20 minutes to go. Neville. Scholes. Being again asked to just sort of toss it in. Liverpool's backing off.
That's too easy for
the penalty area.
That straight ball like that, they've dealt with it, well, so comfortably, Liverpool at times. I think it needs to be a little bit more craft involved. You've got to just spread it a little bit wide from there, put some width into it. Otherwise, the ball needs to be fed into the front men and really can deal with it like that, into feet.
Fowler. Liverpool have got a problem. Paul Ince is struggling. Giggs can't pick out Beckham. Still frowns on the faces of Manchester United players, and the Liverpool captain has got to go off. There's the armband to Jamie Redknapp. See it through, lads. I'm sure the message from Ince as he gives way to Jason McAteer. McAteer, another who was on duty at Wembley, finished a loser against Manchester United in the final. Ince recognises the hostility from the majority as he goes off, but he also recognises the position that Liverpool are in as he leaves the contest.
Yeah, that's a blow. I mean, I said early in the first half that he had a big job today protecting his back three. And we've got 20 minutes now. Jamie Redknapp, I feel sure, will play in that position, the central of the three. McAteer right, Berger left. The big onus on Jamie Redknapp now to give that same protection, that same cover that Paul Ince gave them.
More football tomorrow. Oxford United, grateful of a chance to be in the limelight in the FA Cup. Cash-strapped club at home to Chelsea. Great tie for them. Sky Sports 2, and on Tuesday, Worthington Cup semi-final first leg, Sunderland against Leicester. Also Sky Sports 2, 7:30. Hagan just heading Giggs in that chase. Stan. elusive work from Dwight Yorke. Ball by Irwin, not too deep for Beckham to recover though. Keane. Forward by Berg. His header only drops though for Irwin. Keane is relatively unmarked on the far side of the penalty area. Beckham's cross, Carragher in the right place at the right time again. Neville throws himself to the ground. Redknapp. Ball went off with a tight hamstring.
This is a message from Nigel Roberts. Nigel Roberts from Hyde. Please contact the foot stroke or police officer immediately.
Stam. Scholes. Still so much capacity in this Manchester United side to come up with the necessary invention to get the better of Carragher and company, who are defending so capably.
I think Carragher's been exceptional today, Martin. The youngest of the three. At least I think he is. And he's been exceptional. They've got a little bit of work to do. They're almost camped now in the edge of the 18-yard box.
Higgin recognised where the ball had dropped rather quicker than Keane.
I think they've done the job. If we force Manchester United to toss it in like that, it would suit them. We want that.
It's Yorke. It's not the sort of striking that has been so conspicuous from two men who get on so well together off the pitch, of almost identical age. Dwight Yorke and Andy Cole. Calypso football, they like to call it. They haven't struck the right note in this particular afternoon. Not yet. Still time. Giggs.
I noticed Phil Thompson in the touchline trying to get his back defenders up. I think he's got a fat cat and hell's chance of doing that now at this time in the match. The Liverpool lads know they're only 15 minutes or so away from a very famous victory. And they ain't going to take any chances in behind them by pushing up too far.
It'll be a very long 15 minutes for them. Giggs, Cole, and Neville, and the flag has gone up. So what happened after the flag went up was irrelevant.
A wonderful run from Gary Neville. This is always a case when they put it together and they get it right. Not so sure why the flag's gone up. He's certainly not offside. Not a great decision at all. And that would have been an interesting one for the referee. Yeah, he's not right, the linesman. Gary Neville certainly wasn't offside.
Another piece of good fortune for Liverpool in the second half. Goods chasing, and he's going to get booked.
Yeah, Higham got late. I don't think we can argue with that. Certainly Ryan Giggs didn't.
Giggs in the sort of position, had he been in the third minute of the game, maybe Liverpool wouldn't have got their goal. Do get a free kick here, and McAteer to Higham. Now Owen. Schmeichel's had very little to do. Make sure that his handling was sound then, with Fowler around.
Well, he's been a spectator second half, hasn't he?
Tension gets to even the more experienced cup campaigners, men who've got their winners' medals like Paul Scholes. It was an overhit pass. 066, 011, 22, 33. Sure, plenty of you would like to contribute to the man of the match poll. Berg. Calgary clears again. Nifty play from Fowler. Fresh legs of McAteer. Struggling to get involved in the starting lineup these days. Jason McAteer. The club's interested in his situation. Beckham. Yorke, infield of him was Giggs. He could have played it first time, decided to hold it. And now Giggs lets it run. Cole. Scholes lines it up, and again, more relaxed. It would be a better end product. Snatches at it.
That was much better though, the build-up. You can see at least Cole gets hold of it this time. The setup's excellent. That's on Scholes-like, it really is. Because this is the goal they're chasing. As early as the 3rd minute of the match, Michael Owen's deft little header at the back post really gave Schmeichel no chance. United have been chasing that goal ever since.
Berger. Can he get on his feet? He does. So much of a hurry to have a shot. A bit guilty of what Scholes was at the other end. Gunnar Solskjaer and also Ronnie Johnson getting instructions from Alex Ferguson. Scholes. It's a back pass. That's the worst clearance in the circumstances by David James. Never easy for goalkeepers.
I thought he did well.
Berg. Mateo going all the way with Beckham to make the header. Berger. Liverpool would love to get a second here and ease some of their anxieties. Stam is turning out to be a very, very popular acquisition.
He's played well again today, Stam, not a doubt about that.
Neville. The flick by Cole. Yorke. Keane is there. Roy Keane against the post! Comes out for Giggs! And in the way was Jamie Carragher.
I told you half an hour ago. This is Liverpool's day. What a strike from Keane. Absolutely perfect. He couldn't hit it any better. Goalkeeper this time is helpless.
Berg comes off. Dennis Irwin comes off. Well, who's scored in a couple of FA Cup semi-finals, Irwin, but they get Johnson on and Solskjaer on at a corner. Scholes as well against Owen, but the cross cut out by James.
Well, he hasn't been beaten by much, David James, but he was really hoping as it went past his right hand that it was going to strike the woodwork and come out. It did just that. But they keep knocking on the door. They've now gone for it. Alex Ferguson really has taken a chance. Solskjaer up with Cole and Yorke.
Giggs. McAteer got a piece of it. And the pass by Fowler. Oh, there's no offside. Owen didn't take it straight away, and in that moment, the real nub of the opportunity was lost.
Well, if he'd have got it out his stride, he really would have punished him. He would have taken some catching. I didn't think he was offside when the ball was played. I thought he made his run right. But that's the risk United have got to take, Martin. They need a goal.
Giggs. They have another corner. Ferguson on now, who scored against Liverpool before here. It's over him, Stam. And it's Fowler. He's the furthest forward.
Why should he be any further? He's protecting something. He's 7 minutes away. You get people back, you defend the edge of the 18-yard box. You can't get out. Sometimes it's better when you can't get out because there is less space to exploit.
He's getting infield of Hegem. The last time Liverpool beat Manchester United here was March 1990, 2-1, a couple of John Barnes goals. Did win an FA Cup semi-final on this ground against Aston Villa. Jason McAteer was a scorer then. And Dwight Yorke was a loser then. His team still a goal behind. Who'd have thought that when Michael Owen struck so early in the game? Redknapp. McAteer. Hegem. There's no flag. And really attacking the cross from Hegem. Owen, to his credit, was trying to get there, and Björnebæk from the left-hand side for Liverpool.
Well, he'll take this year, Houllier. First breather his team have had in a long time. And they just keep it up in this corner.
Keane, who's hit a post in both halves. And he'll take a throw right down by his own corner flag. Scholes. 6 minutes to go. Neville. That's a run that was halted unfairly, and Michael Owen comes face to face with Graham Poll again at Old Trafford.
Yes, it would be. I don't think you can argue with this. Very little attempt to play anything but Gary Neville.
And who's taking the free kick here? It's Peter Schmeichel over the halfway line.
Oh, what a race. Get back. Well, I find that quite amazing. I honestly do.
I just wonder whether he'll be coming up for the corners. Scorer of a Manchester United goal and a European tie here against Rotor Volgograd.
Well, it hasn't been the classic we all hoped it would be in that sense, Martin, but I think particularly certain half it's been fascinating to see this new look Liverpool, full of resilience, full of work rate, determination against Manchester United, who have really pinned them back second half.
Gripping is the word.
Yeah, they've rode their luck on a couple of occasions, but if you've got to win a cup tie at Old Trafford, then you have to ride your luck once or twice.
Fowler. McAteer is in the full perimeter of the pitch. Robbie Fowler.
Well, he got there. I just thought he missed the ball, Robbie.
Handball by Dwight Yorke as Manchester United waste the chance to counter-attack. As a reminder of that man of the match number 0660112233. Routed forward by Schmeichel, helped on by Cole. And Carragher in command again. Jonsson's header. Berger. And that was close.
That was. I was trying to just arch my neck there to look and see the line. Very
You're going to fall off the gantry.
It's very close. He's trying to bend his run, Michael Owen, but I think he was just fractionally off.
3 minutes plus stoppage time. Yorke. Johnson. Trying to pass their way forward, Manchester United, and not just to hurl the ball in because Liverpool have defended so capably. But now Graham Poll has given Manchester United a free kick.
Well, it's all about concentration, discipline from both teams. For Liverpool, have you got your man? Is everyone picked up? And from Beckham and Giggs, whoever's taking it, it's either make the keeper work or put it somewhere with quality where they can attack it.
Beckham takes it. Oh, it's Yorke! Cole and Yorke combine! And Manchester United, with 2 minutes to go, have levelled it after conceding a goal just over 2 minutes from the start of the match.
Well, I said it was about concentration. Beckham gets the quality and Liverpool's concentration just goes. They allow Cole the little cushion header. Beckham doesn't do enough back post. And Dwight Yorke, well, he won't get an easier equaliser in a big game like this in his life. He isn't going to miss this. He's allowed to come in. He follows it in. No defender does. Fergie's got his equaliser.
Well, replay is not a word that Alex Ferguson likes.
He does when he's 1-0 down with 2 minutes to go.
Liverpool's resistance finally broken, and there's still time for more to come.
Well, you can't say United haven't deserved it, Martin. They've pushed forward, pushed forward. They just kept going.
And keeping going here was Redknapp, but he's run into an offside position. Well, it's tough for Gerard Houllier, having seen his side soak up the pressure for a number of moments, particularly in the second half, when fortune has favoured them.
Well, I'm not trying to tell our TV company what to do, but I'm quite fancy and I'll go at this myself. Well, as I said, I think out the two front men for United, he's been the brightest for me, Dwight Yorke. He's looked like the one that might make something happen. Not really score, but make something happen. And look what he does, he just follows in the cross. He's ahead of everyone. They've just lacked concentration, just for that vital moment, Liverpool. And Yorke's made them pay.
Redknapp, Fowler, Scholes, and Ryan Giggs playing at left back at the moment. Just been the shuffling of the pack from Alex Ferguson. Neville, Keane. Stoppage time.
Well, I'm looking for a board, Martin. I didn't see Dermot Gallagher, the fourth official, put it up, so I can't enlighten the folks at home.
Solskjaer! An incredible comeback by Manchester United. A complete turnaround in the closing minutes of the match. Liverpool absolutely stunned.
Well, it never ceases to amaze you, this competition. People say it's losing its appeal. Rubbish. That tells you everything. What an incredible finish. Well, they keep going, this team. You have to compliment them on that. Scholes is almost in there. But when it breaks to Solskjaer, what a deadly finish. What a substitute this boy has been. Not just this time, but in the past. It's a lovely controlled finish. 2 touches to set it up. And how often have we seen it drilled through people's legs? Goalkeeper helpless. United surely have won the tie.
Well, they've got to go for broke, Liverpool here. They've got a free kick. Gunnar Solskjaer, a boyhood Liverpool fan. Has he broken Liverpool hearts here? Last roll of the dice surely for Gerard Houlier's men. It's Berger, and the right number hasn't come up for him. What drama. And Solskjaer consigned to a bit-part role, but what a super substitute he is. His 11th goal of the season.
Well, who says Fergie doesn't know what he's talking about? He predicted there'd be 3 goals in the game, didn't he? 3 goals there have been. But with 2 minutes of normal time to go, he'd have taken 1. Ah, quite incredible.
Scholes was booked.
Just thinking, Martin, Gerard Houllier, Fergie looking at his watch, Gerard Houllier, he must know now what Roy Evans has felt many times coming here. For so long it looked like his team were going to snatch victory. He would have settled for the draw. Now they can only be seconds away from defeat.
It's Manchester United, incredibly, in the 5th round. No let up in their superiority over Liverpool in terms of recent results, and it has to be said FA Cup history, but for so long it looked as though this would be Liverpool's day. And how 1999 is shaping up for Manchester United. Manchester United 2, Liverpool 1.
To beat Liverpool 2-1 is better. This way is better than beating them 5-0, I think. It's the best way to win a football game in the last minute and to score the winner then, so incredible.